I'm going UNC because, well, my sister's there and because it has a really good nursing program.
Does anything specific about the nursing program stand out to you?
I like that it's 4 years rather than having to do an additional 2 years after college. I like that with nursing, I can work for a while first and then decide what specialty I want to go into. There's a lot of different options with nursing, which I like. Because I like that you don't have to commit to one track early. You can just switch around when you want with different types of nursing.
With that, with the idea in mind of switching around and stuff, where do you see yourself in 10 years doing this?
In 10 years, well, I want to start after undergrad with labor and delivery nursing, becoming an NP, and then maybe some sort of like education thing.
So have you always known that this is a path you want to take?
I kind of have. I was the little kid that always, I love babies. And
Would you say you enjoyed high school as a whole?
yeah, I'd say I enjoyed it. The first 2 years were tricky because, we had a weird year. I didn't like freshman year. That was difficult. Senior year was a struggle with college apps, but overall I'd say, it was pretty good.
I'm going to the University of Georgia, probably majoring in political science and economics. I mean, I've been interested in politics and government for a couple of years now. I'm really interested in healthcare policy.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Possibly grad school. I think probably grad school in 10 years, honestly. Either that or just starting to get involved in DC, maybe lobbying, maybe working for another organization. I think all the irregularity definitely prepared me to not expect anything.
So that was your experience with COVID. You got to learn on your own, kind of develop what you cared about?
Yeah, I definitely got lucky. I didn't have too many family situations. Most of my family is not in the US, so I got lucky. And so, yeah.
Going back to something you briefly mentioned there, would you say you enjoyed high school?
I'd say so. I definitely say it could have been a lot worse, but I also recognize that I know college is going to be amazing. I never would have thought that I was going to go to University of Georgia. That's where my parents went. I just applied because I thought I might as well, and I ended up going, and it's you just have no idea. So don't think about your future like it's set in stone.
Well, hopefully right after I graduate, I'm gonna take my EMT test. I'll get a job almost immediately, and then I can start working and start training with them. And then over the summer I'll do that, and then hopefully December, January, I'll leave for the Air Force. I like traveling the world young, and you don't have to pay to do that. You get great life opportunities. You get to help people. Brotherhood of the military. There's college, but that costs money, and it's thousands of dollars student loans. And I can get my college paid for. We have an EMS class here, EMT class that I've been taking all year. Hopefully that will be enough to pass the test. It felt like high school was over in a flash, but at the same time took forever, and not in a good way. I'm still grateful for the experience, and could have been I could have been homeschooled, or I could have been, I've just been trying to do some physical therapy stuff. That's actually what I want to do after I did the military, kinesiology.
Well, off that note, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
10 years, best case scenario, this summer EMT, maybe a 4 to 6 year contract in the military, and then 4 years after that, a nice school that I can do kinesiology or physical therapy. I really want to work with kids after the military and do some type of physical therapy or kinesiology with that.
I'm going to UNC-Chapel Hill, and I'm majoring in nursing and minoring in Spanish. When I was a kid, I was in the hospital a lot, and it kind of inspired me because I wanted to give back the same way that they gave to me and my family. So that's where my nursing interest initially started. And then with Spanish, I kind of realized that a lot of nurses and doctors kind of struggled talking to me and my family, communicating exactly what was happening. And then I realized that I could help families that look like me too.
So you've known what you want to do as long as you can remember.
Yeah, I haven't taken the biomed or anything, but I still feel the leadership opportunities that are here and the class still have prepared me for it. I've done H prep and stuff like that with UNC and Durham Tech.
Well, in 10 years, where do you see yourself being?
At a UNC hospital or a clinic working, because that's been my dream since forever. I've spent most of my high school not trying to prepare for it because I know these moments are not going to last forever, so I've just kind of been trying to enjoy the moment.
So I'm going to Spelman College in Atlanta. I'm probably going to either study finance or political science. I kind of want to own my own business, and I want to know the logistics of everything. I always wanted to own my own dance studio, so I probably need to know about finance to do that. I've been dancing since I was 3. And then I was doing competitive dance, and then I injured my knee freshman year, so I had to do physical therapy. I want to be very successful like my parents. And even if it's not making me a lot of money, I just want to be happy, because I feel if you're doing a job that just makes you depressed and all that stuff, I don't want to end up like that. I'd probably have my own dance studio and do other stuff on the side to make extra money, I guess.
Overall, did you enjoy high school?
Probably on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest, I'd give it of 4. Our freshman year got cut short because of COVID and all that stuff. Don't let falling out with friends impact your grades. So always try to like balance out friendships and relationships with schoolwork so that neither of them affects like your mental health.
I'm going to go to UNC-Chapel Hill for the next 4 years. It should be fun. I might be pursuing a graduate education after that, maybe go to California. That's a dream, you know. I'm really looking towards science-based something. I really got into for computer science, which is more like software developing and stuff. But honestly, I'm not that great with code. High school, interesting. I really do like the STEM initiatives that they took. I think they would help me a lot when I go to college. 10 years, you know, I hope I get a job that gives me a steady wage, you know, I can help myself. And if I'm with other people or other people are dependent on me, that's same as well. But what I really want to do is sustain myself and sustain my hobby, like music. I really want to buy a lot of gear and stuff like that. I have been delving myself into options, and I think it's like really important to be financial savvy, you know. I feel like I made smart choices. I do research a lot. I read on some, like, shout out to Motley Fool, you know, the best readings for investments and stuff. Do what you enjoy and not what other people tell you to do.
I'm going to North Carolina A&T. I'm going to major in management information systems.
So what does that entail?
I like computer science, but I think computer science is a little too behind the computer for me, and I want to be able to like involve with other people and interact more and be more outgoing. Personally, I had a interesting high school experience because I moved to a total different state. I think high school would have been better if it was like full 4 years, maybe at one high school versus 2 different ones. My school in Florida had 3,000 kids in it. It's pretty huge, so I think I'm a very social person. I really enjoy engaging with lots of people and like hearing how they are, what makes them tick, what goes on in their brains. And I think it betters me because I can be more understanding of other people's personalities and how to work better with others. 10 years, I'm hoping I'm in a great company, moving up the ranks and traveling around the world.
I'm going Elon University for cinema and TV major. I want to be TV series director. That's my dream. So I was in school theater, and like as a technician, I learned how to be group and relationship between like actors, the people who get a spotlight and people doesn't, and those like background are really helpful to pursue this career. I think so.
So in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
I'm not sure. I could be in New York. I could be in Wilmington, or I don't know, like maybe like India for Bollywood, but I'm sure I will be behind the camera. I want to be in Hollywood because like sometimes media depict Asian people stereotypically. I don't want to say they are racist or stuff like that. I think that it just doesn't know. And if people like me who want to be in behind scene know about that culture, it could be helpful to change and like give like new impression about that culture and those people.
So I'm majoring in nursing.
Do you have in mind a specific idea of what you're going to be doing?
I know I definitely want to work in like a hospital, not really like a primary like care center, you know, because I like the feel of hospitals and like the urgency.
Do you feel like high school prepared you for what's to come?
Yeah. Well, my biomed class definitely. But that's probably the only class. I kind of want to become a travel nurse for like the first part of my career, so maybe I'll be like across the country doing that, kind of just going one step at a time. I'm trying not to think about it too much because if I try to plan it out, I get stressed.
High school, did you like it overall?
I loved it. I had the time of my life, I'm not gonna lie.
With high school in mind, you've got college plans now.
Yes.
Is there anything outside of nursing that you see yourself doing in college, any clubs or anything like that?
I have a really strong hobby of plants. So I was thinking maybe I could like get into some sort of club in college that like grows stuff. I also like running. I'm probably gonna join a running club. Yeah. My backup plan in life is to become a botanist.
After graduation, I plan on going to North Carolina A&T University, where I major in economics, business economics. So I'm gonna like try to apply for internships, and I'm trying to see where I go from there. I've always been like really good with like money. This year, I took an economics class, and I really enjoy economics right now. I want to be a financial advisor, but I also really want to be an investment banker. Not just because, not just because they're red, but it's just something I really enjoy. I'm really good at saving my money. I've already started saving for retirement. I have no bills, no anything to pay except for paying my gas money. So I think my favorite memory is when I stood on the podium at States last year for indoor and outdoor.
Do you plan to continue running in college?
Right now, if I do continue to run in college, it will be more the 100 meters or like shorter events rather than the 400 meters. But I just also plan to lift.
Well, if you had any advice for someone who's not a senior yet, what would it be?
I'd say pay attention in class,
Focus on school. Keep your grades up, most important. Be nice to your friends. They'll be nice to you. Don't chase popularity. And I'd say just be humble. Stick to what you like and don't try to change for anybody else. The game. That's